The K-S Lodge, located near Keystone, South Dakota, provided a very good location to center our South Dakota day trips. Nice lodging and meeting rooms were complemented by good meals. Deer and turkeys roamed the lodge grounds morning and evening. The area in and around the Black Hills is a rich source of prehistoric fossils. The Journey Museum shares a collection of 4 museums: South Dakota School of Mines and Technology Geology Museum, South Dakota Archaeology Collection, Pioneer Museum, and Sioux Indian Museum. We set off today to see some of the sights of the Black Hills, the Western Heritage Center, the famous town of Deadwood, and the second largest gold mine in the world, the Homestake. High Plains Western Heritage Center contains a 5-state regional museum founded to honor the Old West pioneers and American Indians of North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Wyoming, and Montana.
Well, I think we sent it off someplace, you know? I don't remember that part.
Deadwood's Main Street. Deadwood as it was during the late 1800s. Our tour was conducted by a very entertaining guide. Wild Bill Hickok was killed in Deadwood Saloon while holding a poker hand containing aces and eights, now known as the dead man's hand.
Whiskey! She was the original party girl of Deadwood.
Before its closing in 2002, Homestake Gold Mine was the largest, oldest, and deepest mine in the Western Hemisphere, reaching more than 8,000 feet below the town of Lead.
Just head on down in here where you can get a good...
These large drums lowered and raised miners and equipment over 1.5 miles into the earth. Homestake Mine conducted both deep hole and open cut mining operations. Eye of the Needle is reached by way of the Needles Highway. We passed through a very tight tunnel on our way to Custer State Park, passing the spires along the way.
Beautiful.
I don't know that he is a victim of this, but they ostracize their bulls.
Custer State Park boasts a 1,500 head bison herd. We saw one lone buffalo in the woods. Pronghorn were visible along the road.
It's a nice butt shot. Another nice.
We enjoyed a Western cookout on the grounds of the State Game Lodge.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. That'll be me.
Gordon Stockade was built originally by illegal gold seekers who were removed after 5 months by the U.S. Cavalry.
No, they're still coming off the bus.
That was food. I mean, you know, it still was going to fetch. Of course, they had snow.
Dakota Chief Henry Standing Bear wrote the sculpture, "My fellow chiefs and I would like the white man to know the red man has great heroes also." If one were to pick a defining moment in the story of the Black Hills coming under the control of the United States, it would likely be the Custer expedition in 1874. The expedition departed on July 2, 1874. The mile-long procession was led by a buckskin-clad Custer on his favorite bay thoroughbred at the head of the 10 7th Cavalry companies, followed by 2 companies of infantry, scouts, and guides. The detachment comprised more than 1,000 troops and 1 black woman, Sarah Campbell, the expedition's cook. 6 mule teams pulled 110 white canvas-top wagons, horse-drawn Gatling guns and cannon, and 300 head of cattle trailed to provide meat for the troops. A scientific corps included a geologist and his assistant, a naturalist, a botanist, a medical officer, a topographical engineer, a zoologist, and a civil engineer. 2 miners were attached to the scientific corps. Custer also brought a photographer, news correspondents, the company's band, hunting dogs, and the son of U.S. President Ulysses S. Grant. This was not the usual military expedition. The 7th Cavalry Band played for the troops in the mornings as they broke camp and played concerts in the evenings. Troopers leaned from their horses to pick flowers. The large hospital tent served as a dining room for Custer and his staff. Wine bottles visible in Illingsworth photographs indicate they dined in civilized style. Custer State Park is well known for its band of begging burros. They are very friendly, especially if you bring a bag of corn with you. Outside the Badlands National Park, South Dakota, is a well-preserved settler's house. Our group of 38 views the well-worn homestead. The house is built into the hillside to save wood and provide protection from the elements. One of the inhabitants of the area are white prairie dogs.
Don't want his backside, but... Oh my goodness, yeah.
It's like they spend all day just getting the meal ready. Washing clothes.
People are drawn to the rugged beauty of the Badlands. These striking geologic deposits contain one of the world's richest fossil beds. Ancient mammals such as the rhino, horse, and saber-toothed cat once roamed here.
Wait a minute.